Hi dudes and dudettes, it's me again, Chad. Bad Chad, that is. They call me Bad Chad because I've done a lot of bad things in my life, things that probably weren't necessarily the coolest things to do, but I thought that they were cool, and so I did them. Your youth minister wanted me to come talk to you again today. What he wanted me to focus on specifically was like fads and stuff, and how they represent distractions from a relationship with other people and with like God and stuff. So, what's a fad? Well, a fad, dudes and dudettes, is something that you do because it seems cool and everybody else is doing it, right? Did you know that 95% of people between the ages 12 and 26 actually have eating disorders? Probably a lot of that has to come from, too, just how much the modern world today tells us and pop culture tells us that we need to look a certain way and be attractive in a certain way, right? 81% of teens actually are on social media even nowadays. And 75% of teenagers text, but 63% just texting every single day. That's kind of crazy, dudes and dudettes. Why? That's what I want to ask. Well, it's because these things have become consuming. And so what I wanted to do to kind of talk to you about fads today is I wanted to tell you a little bit of my own personal testimony, a little bit of my story. You see, guys and girls, when I was a tad Chad, I actually had a lot of things that I liked to do just because I saw other people doing them because I thought that they looked cool, right? I was told that this is the way that you gotta fit in. And so really where it started with me was like technology, dudes and dudettes. And the reason that that became a problem, it wasn't the fact that I was using technology, it was just the fact that for me, I was using it and letting it become so much of a focus in my life that it detracted from the things that really matter. People, dudes and dudettes. People and God, dudes and dudettes. And so the reason that I got mixed up in these fads is because I wanted to fit in, I wanted to be cool, and so I saw my friends texting all the time and well, I kind of got carried away from there. Dude, what's that? Gucci, Gucci, Goo. Oh, looks like a little baby. You are. Oh, yes, you are. So, I'm pretty sure that some of those things were a phase. But anyway, yeah, dudes. You see, when I started to do all these really cool things that other people were doing, they started to call me Fad Chad. Now, the problem with these things is that I got obsessed with them. And when I got obsessed with these fads, what I didn't realize was they were going to die off and a brand new fad was going to come along at some point, and I wasn't going to be popular anymore unless I kind of started doing the new fad. And so, whereas these fads are always constantly changing, the one thing that doesn't change at all is God. You see, when we continue to adhere to what the world says about following fads and stuff, we lose track of God and glorifying and honoring Him. And when we lose track of doing that, we also just don't seem to connect as well with people and the relationships that we have with others around us. Because we're so focused on technology, or the brand new shoes, or the really cool hat, whatever it is, that just becomes our life. You see, we've got to be thinking more about how to act like Christians and act for God. Because God tells us this one simple thing in Colossians. He says, whatever you do in word or deed, do it all for the glory of Christ. You see, living for God as an unchanging being means that we're honoring something that is eternal, everlasting. God Himself is everlasting, but the fads that we like to follow and the things that we like to do just to make us look popular for a little while, they don't last. Eventually they're going to die off too, and you're going to wonder, why did I even follow that stupid thing to begin with? And so, guys and girls, here's what I want you to really reflect on today as you pass from here and go forward in your weeks and in school life and stuff. I want you to think about, what do I really want to adhere to? Who do I really want to follow? Do I want to follow God, who's unchanging, and make sure that I give time to Him? Or do I want to spend more time following these fads and these things that just end every few months or few years? Fads aren't bad things, guys and girls, but they become a bad thing when we allow them to become the focus of our lives. And so, dudes and dudettes, I wasn't going to let fads become the focus of my life anymore. And for that reason, I am totally awesome Chad.
Hi, Chad.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. Hey, do you want to play Susie's and I's favorite game? Nerd tipping.
You know, guys, actually I think I was going to spend time reading my Bible today. I'm really not all into that whole fad stuff anymore. So, sorry, but I think I'm going to have to turn you down this time.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Trying to follow Jesus in this stuff.
No, dude. No. Let's go, Susie.
Okay, guys, have a good one.